Welcome, and thanks for stopping by. It's time to get out of your hideout and take to the streets with this action figure review of the Gold Label DC Multiverse Batman Dark Detective DC Future State from McFarlane Toys. Also, keep watching to the end of this episode so you can see what Nerdmazing product I'll be showcasing next time. So, let's go ahead and check out this Batman packaging first, followed by the details of this action figure here on Nerdmazing. The Dark Knight figure is in full display with its grappling hook, collectible art card, and display stand behind the clear plastic film and the DC Multiverse logo and figure name at the bottom. There's also the shiny Gold Label collectible sticker on the top right. The top of the packaging has the McFarlane Toys logo and additional clear film at the top to allow more light to come through in order to highlight the figure in its box. The right side has logos and the figure name we just saw on the front and top area. But now we get the DC Future State, the title of the comic series that this Batman is based on. The back of the box has the amazing variant cover from Future State Dark Detective issue number 2. The artist for this variant cover is Gabriel Del Otto. The left side is simplistic with logos and the figure name, but there is some die cuts to the packaging and the clear film wraps around here, giving you a side view of the figure. So, let's go ahead and unbox this Gold Label collectible Future State Batman Dark Detective action figure. So here's the packaging of the Batman Dark Detective ready to open. And I'll just go ahead and flip him onto the back. As you can see, he's held together by a little bit of tape right down here, and that's where you normally will open him. So I'll just go ahead and open him from the bottom, pull that tab out, as well as these side tabs. Flip him over like so, and go ahead and pull the figure out. And, as you can see, the Batman action figure, as well as his accessory, comes in a nice clear clamshell that is form-fitted around both, and he does have a little bit of a tie right there to secure him. And I think it's just right there at the torso. All I can see is those two deals right there, as well as the ones right here on the grappling hook. And on his inside art card, you get his collectible art card as well as the display stand. And as you can tell, it is sealed on there. So when you remove it, you'll probably rip the artwork on this. So give me 1 second and let me get this figure ready to review. So here is a Batman figure ready for review. So let's start with the action figure first. Here is the front, side, back view, other side, as well as a view from the top, and a view from the bottom. And as you can see, he has the holes at his feet to be used for the display stand. So let's check out the articulation first, starting with the head and working our way down to the feet. With his head, you get a nice 360 spin. He's got some tilt down and some tilt up, as well as some tilt from the side and the other side as well. Not too bad there. Let's check out his arms. Makes a really nice T. Very nice. There is some shoulder rotation. A nice 360 right there. And you can also spin it around like that as well. For his bicep area, they do have rotation right there for both sides. Really nice. He's got double jointed elbow right here with a pin. So that's really nice done. Forearms, no spin there. As for the hands, they have a nice 360 spin there. And the hands can go in, and they can go outwards some. So let's go ahead and put him back to reset. Then I'm going to stick his arms up as we check out the torso. Right here, there is soft plastic on the front and here at the back, which will allow this upper section right here to be able to spin around very nicely. He also has torso articulation right here at the belt line, and again, allowing him to spin around very nicely. This will also allow him to crunch down and to bend back, as well as to go from side to side. All right, now for the legs. They can go out really nicely, and they can go split motion pretty nicely as well. Now, there is some inner thigh movement, but not much, as you can tell. Now, the upper thigh right here, you can do 360 spin really nicely with the knees. Double jointed as well, the double pin. As you can see, they bend back really nicely. As for the calves area, no rotation there at all. And here at the feet, they can point down. They have a nice little rocker joint right here. And they can point up as well. To show you that one more time. And they have toe articulation right here as well. Nice being able to point up and go right back to reset. Now there is no real rocking motion side to side because that piece of armor right there does get caught up. Okay, let me just set him to reset and check out his accessories. Here is his grappling accessory in all black, really nicely done. That way the enemies of Gotham won't be able to see it when it's coming at them. And here you have the display stand in a black matte color with the DC logo printed on top of it in a semi-gloss. And here is the art card for the front and the back as well. You can just pause that video so you can be able to read it. Alright, let's go ahead and check out the size of this figure. Now this Future State Batman Dark Detective action figure stands at 7 inches tall, which is pretty much a normal size for most McFarlane Toys DC collectible figures. So let's put this gold label DC Multiverse Future State Batman Dark Detective action figure on the spinner in some action poses and check out additional details on it. Being that this is a gold label version, this action figure is going to have some differences from the previous DC Future Batman Dark Detective that was recently released back in March 2022. As I can tell, the big difference in this gold label version is that it does not come with the overcoat that the previous version came with. Not having the overcoat allows you to see the backside of the figure, showcasing more armor and clothing details. The other difference is the artwork on this collectible art card provided with this figure using the variant cover that we saw on the back of the packaging. McFarlane Toys did a great job on the face sculpt, showing the pain and anger this Batman has to deal with in a city controlled by the Magistrate. Batman has a scowl of determination going on there with his teeth clamped down hard, ready to fight injustice. Loving the fact that you even get the facial stubble coming up from the mask, showing that Bruce Wayne doesn't have it easy anymore. I have to say, I am loving this more tactile style of a Batman, as he looks more like a realistic type of a Batman that could exist. The segmented upper body armor is expertly done with the great line works on the front and back, even showing the strapping that connects both sections from the sides. The crude spray painted yellow Batman symbol ties it all together, which is used in the comic book version. You also have the classic Batman gauntlets on his forearm, plus you also see additional bandages wrapped around his actual forearm to help keep those gauntlets secured. One of the highlight pieces of this figure, I think, is the utility belt around this action figure, as you really get to see all the items Batman gets to carry with him when he fights to save Gotham City. You can see an assortment of packs, ropes, knives, and more on the front and back of this utility belt. The pants are texturized, giving it a feel of heavy military style combat pants. You also get the hardened protective front leg armor this Batman sports from the comic book version, as well as his combat boots. It's cool that the grappling hook is added for this action figure, and it makes sense since Batman uses it a lot in the comic book series. But due to its shape and rigidness, I feel like it'll have limited uses when you put this action figure in various poses. If you're enjoying what you're seeing so far and want to be part of the Nerdmazing community so you can stay up to date when new episodes get released, consider subscribing to Nerdmazing. Love for you to be a part of it. Also, feel free to leave your opinion about this action figure in the comments below. It'll be awesome to talk to you about it. Now, this Batman figure is based on the limited run comic series Future State Dark Detective that was a total of 4 issues released in 2021. The writer of the series was Mariko Tamiki. Dan Mora did the pencil work, while Jordi Belair was the colors, just to name a few people involved in that series. In this world, a group called the Magistrate has taken over policing Gotham City and has been hunting down masked villains and vigilante heroes. Batman, having his identity discovered to be Bruce Wayne, quickly disappears within Gotham City, only to have his life almost snuffed out. With the illusion of Bruce Wayne being dead, Batman has to navigate and save Gotham City from the Magistrate without his wealth and using a new Batcave under a crappy apartment basement. This gold-labeled DC Multiverse Future State Batman Dark Detective from McFarlane Toys was amazing to showcase. Also to note, this figure is a Target exclusive, which I will leave a link to the website so you can check out more details on this collectible in the description below. So, are you ready to see the next showcase collectible here on Nerdmazing? Well, are you? Well, it's gonna be Critical Role's The Legend of Vox Machina animated series action figure of Keyleth from McFarlane Toys. So, are you ready to see more Nerdmazing collectibles like this? Or maybe something like this is more your style. Go on, feel free to click one. Well, thanks for joining me here at Nerdmazing, and as always, be passionate in what you do, share your passion with others, and be kind to one another, as this world can always use more goodness in it. This is Adam with Nerdmazing, and I'll see you next time.